You're reading, scrolling, maybe just lying there doing absolutely nothing, and suddenly your cat appears. No meow, no request, just a glance. Maybe a soft blink. Maybe they settle nearby, or maybe they just leave. But they do it again and again. Most people brush it off. They're just checking in. But what if those check-ins weren't random at all? What if they were biological, emotional, and quietly reshaping your brain? While you're focused on your screen, your cat is watching you, your breath, your posture, your energy. And with every glance, their brain lights up with dopamine, a tiny reward for confirming you're still there. But here's the twist. Your brain might be doing the exact same thing. These check-ins trigger a neurochemical feedback loop, tiny moments of mutual reassurance. Your cat sees you, feels safe, and gets a little dopamine spike. You glance back, feel calm or amused, and your brain responds too. It's a bond reinforced through repetition. It feels harmless, routine, but beneath the surface, it's rewiring you both. And in this video, we're going to break it all down and reveal the real reason why your cat keeps checking in on you. Now, real quick, if you love cats, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell for more videos. Now let's go. So, what check-ins are we talking about here? Well, it's not cuddling, begging for food, or vocal attention seeking. It's subtle, like when your cat pokes their head into the room, glances at you, then leaves, or when they pass by, make quick eye contact and keep walking. Maybe they sleep nearby, facing you, meow once from the hallway, or sit at the doorway just watching. These aren't random habits, they're intentional. Animal behaviorists call this spatial referencing, a way bonded animals track the location and status of someone they rely on. Your cat is mentally logging where you are to feel safe. This behavior is common in close relationships between mothers and kittens, or bonded pairs in the wild. For highly connected cats, these check-ins can happen every hour or even more often, especially during stress or change. It's a quiet form of emotional anchoring, and the more often it happens, the more it changes how your cat sees you and how you respond to them. So are these check-ins just leftover instincts from the wild, or are they a quiet sign of emotional connection? On the instinctual side, the behavior makes perfect sense. In nature, cats are solitary hunters, but when they do form bonds, like a mother with her kittens, spatial awareness becomes everything. A mother cat constantly monitors her young using scent, sound, and brief visual glances. She doesn't hover, but she always knows where they are. That same instinct to silently keep tabs on loved ones doesn't vanish indoors, it just shifts targets. Now, you are the one being tracked. The soft meow from across the hall, the sudden glance from the doorway, the casual pass through the room, it all mirrors that same maternal pattern. But there's more than just instinct at play here. In 2019, researchers at Oregon State University found that cats form secure and insecure attachments to humans, just like children do with caregivers. Securely attached cats explore freely, but regularly check back in. Insecure ones may become clingy or withdrawn. These attachment styles shape how a cat interacts with you. So yes, part of this is primal, but part of it is personal. A cat that checks in on you isn't just following instinct, they're expressing trust. Not through big gestures, but through quiet glances that say, I know you're here. Now earlier, we touched on a 2019 study from Oregon State University that revealed something surprising. Cats, like dogs and even human infants, form attachment styles to their caretakers. But this wasn't just speculation, it was tested using the strange situation tests, originally designed to measure emotional bonding in children. In the study, each cat was placed in a room with their owner. Then the owner would leave for a short period and return. Researchers closely observed how the cat responded to both the separation and the reunion. What they found was striking. Around 65% of cats showed secure attachment, meaning they were visibly distressed when their person left, but calmed quickly once they returned. These cats resumed exploring, remained nearby, and often made eye contact or stayed within visual range of their human. That's the check-in behavior we're talking about. This type of attachment mirrors the way a child uses a parent as a secure base, someone they can rely on emotionally, someone whose presence allows them to relax and confidently explore their surroundings. For cats, this secure base behavior plays out in those small, almost forgettable moments. The passing glance, the quiet blink from across the room, the casual presence in the same space without physical contact. Those are not habits. They're trust signals. On the other hand, insecurely attached cats either showed avoidance, ignoring their owner entirely, or signs of anxiety like freezing, excessive meowing, or hypervigilance. These cats didn't engage in calm check-ins. Instead, their bond felt uncertain, unpredictable. Now, not all check-ins are created equal. Some are visual, some are physical, and each carries a different emotional weight. Visual check-ins are the most common. Your cat might stare at you from across the room, peek through a cracked door, or pause in a hallway just long enough to make eye contact before disappearing again. These moments may feel small, but they're intentional. Visual check-ins are how your cat confirms that their world is still intact. Your presence grounds them. It reassures them that the territory is safe and predictable. In animal behavior, this is called social referencing, when an animal looks to a trusted figure to assess how to respond to their environment. Your cat doesn't need to touch you to feel connected. They just need to know you're there. But then there are physical check-ins, the kind that feel more deliberate, more intimate. Maybe they brush against your leg as they pass, headbutt your shoulder, or lightly place a paw on you before walking away. These aren't just greetings. These are physical markers of trust. Cats use touch when they feel safe. These check-ins are often short but meaningful. It's your cat saying, "I trust you enough to leave my scent here. I just wanted you to know." They may even be testing your emotional state. Cats are sensitive to body language, tone, and energy. A gentle touch or a quiet walk across your lap can be a way to gauge how you're feeling without making a demand. So whether your cat watches from a distance or gently bumps your leg, remember, both are signs of connection. One says, "Are you still there?" The other says, "Good. Just making sure we're still us." But here's where it gets even more interesting, because your cat isn't just checking your location. In many cases, they're checking your emotional state. Cats are far more perceptive than they get credit for. While they don't have mirror neurons in the exact way humans do, they display something remarkably similar: behavioral mirroring. This means they often reflect your energy, posture, and mood, especially if you've built a strong bond. If you're upset, anxious, or emotionally distant, you might notice your cat watching you more often, sitting closer than usual, or doing those quiet little check-ins more frequently. And it's not just anecdotal. A 2020 study found that cats can read human facial expressions and tone of voice to gauge how we're feeling, and they adjust their behavior in response. That means when your cat senses sadness, they might slow down, approach more gently, or stay nearby without making a sound. When you're excited, they may mirror that energy by becoming more playful or vocal. So when your cat checks in during moments of tension or silence, it's not random. It's empathy in the only language they have. A soft look, a quiet presence, a living pulse that mirrors yours in ways we're only just beginning to understand. Now, beyond emotion and instinct, there's something else driving your cat's check-ins: territory. Cats are hardwired to map, monitor, and maintain control of their space. Even indoors, where there are no predators and food is guaranteed, that instinct doesn't shut off. Your home becomes their domain, and you become part of that domain. Just like they check the window, the hallway, or their favorite perch, they check on you as part of their patrol behavior. Not to control you, but to confirm that everything is still in place, still safe, still familiar. But for cats, territory isn't just visual, it's chemical. Their world is built on scent. When your cat brushes against your leg, headbutts your face, or lightly rubs their body along your arm, they're not just being affectionate, they're reapplying scent markers, marking you as part of their safe zone. It's called scent anchoring, and it's one of the most primal ways cats maintain a sense of control and comfort in their environment. But scent anchoring and routine only tell part of the story. A sudden increase in check-ins isn't always about affection. It can be a response to stress, change, or uncertainty. Cats are creatures of habit, and even the smallest disruption, a new pet, a visiting guest, a move to a new apartment, can unsettle them. When their environment shifts, their need to monitor and reorder themselves intensifies. So they check on you more often, not just because they care, but because you're their emotional constant in a world that suddenly feels unstable. It can also point to health concerns, yours or theirs. If your cat begins monitoring you closely, hovering near you during rest, or watching from doorways more frequently, they may be reacting to subtle changes in your behavior, posture, or even scent. Some cats have even been known to increase check-ins during early stages of pregnancy or illness in their owners, long before any human notices a change. Researchers believe this may be due to a cat's sensitivity to hormonal shifts and changes in body chemistry. If your cat is checking in, especially more than usual, it's worth responding, not with big gestures, but with something just as subtle. A slow blink when they look at you, a gentle hello, a light touch if they brush past. These little acknowledgments may seem small, but they send a powerful message. I see you too. Cats don't need constant attention, but they do need to feel noticed. When you respond to their check-ins, even briefly, you're reinforcing the emotional feedback loop that helps them feel safe. These moments of recognition build trust, not just in you, but in their place within the home. It tells them the bond is mutual. You can even try mirroring back their behavior. Sit near them without forcing interaction. Speak softly when they approach. Occasionally, follow them when they get up to move. It flips the script and shows them you're just as tuned in. These quiet exchanges help your cat feel emotionally secure and deepen the connection over time. Because check-ins aren't just about location, they're about belonging. And when your cat feels that their presence is acknowledged, not just tolerated, they relax more, trust more, and bond more deeply. It's one of the simplest, most overlooked ways to turn a daily routine into real emotional closeness. Your cat isn't just wandering around the house. They're maintaining a thread, a quiet, living tether between their world and yours. Every peek from the hallway, every soft blink across the room, every silent pass by, it's not random. It's their way of asking, "I'm still here. Are you okay?" And when they get their answer, when they see you're calm, present, and grounded, they can relax too. These check-ins may seem small, but they're constant reminders of trust, of routine, of unspoken connection. Because to your cat, you're not just a human, you're home. And if you love decoding your cat's secret language, their glances, their signals, their emotional patterns, hit subscribe and tap the bell for more videos like this. See you in the next one.